providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Boyce. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage and enjoy.
Bonjour, Indigenous, Raven Roberts. Hello, my name is Raven Roberts. I am Mi'kmaq, Oneida, and Potawatomi. I am a voice resident and a community leader. We want to take a moment to honor our First Nations. Chicago is part of the traditional homelands of the Council of the Three Fires, the Odawa, the Ojibwe, and the Potawatomi. Many other tribes, such as the Miami, the Ho-Chunk, and the Sac-Queen Fox, also called this area home prior to the arrival of the Sabo and the Europeans, and their forced removal from their tribal lands. By 1952, Chicago began to see the return of many of its indigenous peoples as a part of the United States government voluntary relocation act effort. However, this program has been described as a one-way ticket from rural to urban poverty. Like various other populations disadvantaged, Uptown became home to many of those returning to Chicago, later playing an active role in the efforts to maintain the diverse and affordable Uptown community, a mission in which Voice of the People was founded. And we continue to live that out today. A land acknowledgement is important. It is an important part of writing the relations with the indigenous people. It is a statement of respect and a statement that provokes further reflection on the ongoing legacy of colonialism and a reminder that you're on native land and that we are still here. Chimigwech, thank you for your time.
For those of you arriving, thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage, and enjoy.
Now here we go, back up. Yeah, back up. Get out of my face. Give me some space, 6 feet back up. You're much too bold. Back up. Your act is getting old. You gotta back up, baby, so I can get along with you.
On my way to the top, I ain't gonna worry no more. On my way to the top, I ain't gonna worry no more. I'm gonna take all my troubles, baby, I'm gonna send them all to you. On my way to the top, I'm gonna make it someday. On my way to the top, I'm gonna make it some way. You can make it if you try. Yeah, that's what the old folks say. Blow your horn, Daddy. I'll give you all my money. I'll give you all my loving too. Give you all my money. I'll give you all my loving too. Tell me what more, baby.
Greetings to all of our friends at Voice of the People. I'm Jack Markowski, President of Community Investment Corporation, the Chicago area's leading lender for affordable multifamily housing. On behalf of CIC, I want to extend my congratulations to Mike Rohrbeck, to the staff and board of Voice, and to all the people who have worked for more than 50 years to achieve development without displacement in Uptown. CIC proudly supports Voice of the People. Currently, we're a sponsor of Sweet Home Uptown, and we are financing the Voice Preservation Project. That's $1.2 million of improvements for 3 buildings with 22 units of occupied housing. Going forward, we pledge our support to work with Voice over the next 50 years to create and preserve affordable housing, to provide financing for acquisition and rehab, to provide financing for energy conservation, to provide training, support, and resources for small landlords. And through the Preservation Compact, we'll advocate for policies that support affordable rental housing, including reform of our property tax system. These are shared priorities of CIC and Voice, and they're vital to sustaining economic and racial diversity on Chicago's North Side and in the dynamic community of Uptown. So congratulations to Voice of the People on your golden anniversary, and best wishes for the next 50 years.
For those of you arriving, thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown, and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC, Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, Grab some food and your favorite beverage and enjoy.
On my way to the top, I'm gonna make it someday. On my way to the top, I'm gonna make it someday. You can make it if you try. Yeah, that's what the old folks say. See if I remember. Okay, bring it down for me, fellas. Bring it down for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from the south side of Chicago, 43rd Street, which they call Muddy Waters Drive now. And the drummer, he knows about it. He lived on 43rd, Lake Park, was it? In Muddy Waters' original house. That's right. They're trying to save it right now as a what you call it? A blues museum. Yeah, ain't that nice? But Kenny was on that side of the track. I was on the other side. Some might consider it the bad side. Now, I remember a time when children could play out in the street. Little girls could jump double dutch, play hopscotch. The boys could play touch football in the street, baseball, spinning tops, shooting marbles. And that was a good time. That was during the 50s and 60s. And the 70s too. But it was a time you could sit out on your porch. And if you was a bad little kid, as some people on this stage, I'm not gonna call their name, but their initials is Oscar Wilson. And you couldn't play well with others, your mother would send you in the backyard. You know, you get your butt in the back till you learn how to play well with others, you know. But you can't send a kid to the bat now because when you go look for him, he may be gone. And so, you know, me and Joe, we sit down and we was talking about it, you know, and I was talking about I lost a few kin people down on 43rd to gang violence. And we thought we'd do a little something about it. Standing on the corner, 43rd and Wells. Yes, I was standing on the corner, 43rd and Wells. When I said to myself, seems like I'm living in hell.
Hi, my name is Felicia Dawson, and I work for Preservation of Affordable Housing. I want to congratulate Mike and the entire Voice team for the many years of hard work and dedication they've put into this community. I want to also say we're excited about building on that hard work and dedication in our new partnership with the purchase of our new 4 properties that we have in Uptown. We know that this work is largely due to the work that you've put in over the time, and we see nothing but wonderful things we will accomplish together in the future. Congratulations again, and let's get started. Go team.
For those of you arriving, thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown, and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC, Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage, and enjoy.
Said he gon' help us out. Ooh, Mayor Emanuel said that he gon' help us out. But he don't live down here. You don't know what it's all about. Yes, the south side of Chicago is like a fire and rain. Yeah, the south side of Chicago is like a fire and rain. You know, I just don't believe none of this stuff is gonna change. Oh, play with it now, y'all. Yeah. You know, I don't like all you to pray for my hometown, because that's what it needs, prayer. Not only for the south side of Chicago, the west side, the north side, and the east side. There's some really bad stuff going on. Babies dying every day. Old folk. So, if you can, you know, when you say your prayers, if you say your prayers, give them a little prayer. Don't you need? Look at you. About my baby, speak of her with pride. She knows all the ways, make me satisfied. She's my baby, what a treat. Well, I can't call her sugar, sugar never was so sweet. Now it ain't no surprise, she manicured my nails, spanked my head, got down up from my head. She's my baby, what a treat. Well, I can't call her sugar, sugar never was so sweet. All right, fellas, do it, hey! won't. That's the way it's gonna be. She falls over backward. You know that pleases me. She's my baby. She's my baby, don't you see? Well, I can't call her sugar. Sugar never was so sweet.
For those of you arriving, thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage, and enjoy.
You're on that second floor. What you don't know, you're reaching too high, boy. You're bound to hit the floor, baby. I'm that man downstairs, and I'm telling you, boy, don't you walk down them stairs. Look at it. Now I ain't no bookmaker. I never have been to school. You're messing with O.W. and you ain't messing with no fool, baby. I'm that man downstairs, and I'm telling you, boy, don't you walk down them stairs. All right, play it, fellas. Come on, Melvin, come on. Play the blues, man, play the blues. Yeah. Mail for it. All right now, baby, you better get your business straight. The man up there, baby, you headed for the pearly gates, baby. I'm that man downstairs, and I'm telling you, boy, don't you walk down them stairs. Now wait a minute now. Who's up there, baby? You told him I would understand, but I'm waiting down here with a big knife in my hand, baby. I'm that man downstairs, and I'm telling you, boy, don't you ease down those stairs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I wanna tell the story about a hard luck guy. Nobody seemed to love me. I guess that's the reason why I just dream all night long and through the day. Oh, and it's so sad. Oh, to treat my heart this way. Well, I just can't get no play with the doggone thing I planned.
Bonjour, Indigenicas, Raven Roberts. Hello, my name is Raven Roberts. I am Mi'kmaq, Oneida, and Potawatomi. I am a voice resident and a community leader. We want to take a moment to honor our First Nations. Chicago is part of the traditional homelands of the Council of the Three Fires, the Odawa, the Ojibwe, and the Potawatomi. Many other tribes, such as the Miami, the Ho-Chunk, and the Sac-Fox, also called this area home prior to the arrival of Busabo and the Europeans, and their forced removal from their tribal lands. By 1952, Chicago began to see the return of many of its indigenous peoples as a part of the United States government voluntary Relocation Act effort. However, this program has been described as a one-way ticket from rural to urban poverty. Like various other populations disadvantaged, Uptown became home to many of those returning to Chicago, later playing an active role in the efforts to maintain the diverse and affordable Uptown community, a mission in which Voice of the People was founded. And we continue to live that out today. A land acknowledgement is important. It is an important part of writing the relations with the indigenous people. It is a statement of respect and a statement that provokes further reflection on the ongoing legacy of colonialism, and a reminder that you're on native land and that we are still here. Chimiwech, thank you for your time.
For those of you arriving, thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage and enjoy.
I try my luck on belongs to some other man. Why does bad luck follow me? Oh, dreams seem that's all that's left of me. Come on, Melvin, play the blues for him. Male Boyd, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Have mercy. Play it pretty, Melvin. Play it pretty. Give it up for Mel Ford, y'all. Well, I'm not handsome or romantic. I don't have wavy hair. Won't you girls please have mercy? The way you treat me, it ain't fair. Why? Where is the one I'm dreaming of? Oh, gone with last night's dream of love. Well, last night I was laying sleeping. I dreamed about a queen, and it hurt me so bad, people, to wake up and find out it was just a Dream is all I can do. Oh, and I'm so tired of dreaming. A dream that won't come true. Oh. Thank you. Cats Box Kings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Greetings to all of our friends at Voice of the People. I'm Jack Markowski, President of Community Investment Corporation, the Chicago area's leading lender for affordable multifamily housing. On behalf of CIC, I want to extend my congratulations to Mike Rohrbeck, to the staff and board of Voice, and to all the people who have worked for more than 50 years to achieve development without displacement in Uptown. CIC proudly supports Voice of the People. Currently, we're a sponsor of Sweet Home Uptown, and we are financing the Voice Preservation Project. That's $1.2 million of improvements for 3 buildings with 22 units of occupied housing. Going forward, we pledge our support to work with Voice over the next 50 years to create and preserve affordable housing, to provide financing for acquisition and rehab, to provide financing for energy conservation, to provide training, support, and resources for small landlords. And through the Preservation Compact, we'll advocate for policies that support affordable rental housing, including reform of our property tax system. These are shared priorities of CIC and Voice, and they're vital to sustaining economic and racial diversity on Chicago's North Side and in the dynamic community of Uptown. So congratulations to Voice of the People on your golden anniversary, and best wishes for the next 50 years.
For those of you arriving, thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown, and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage, and enjoy.
She's my Fraulein on Polana. Ain't no finer girl than she. Dirty and Dutch, she's my blitzkrieg baby, with a love blow torch, my Fraulein on Polana, my Fraulein on Polana, she's my Fraulein on Polana, ain't no finer girl than she.
Yes, she's pretty slab, but I got hip to this middle chick.
gotta hit the ground. Yeah, she's pretty slim, but I got hip to this middle chick.
Hi, my name is Felicia Dawson, and I work for Preservation of Affordable Housing. I want to congratulate Mike and the entire Voice team for the many years of hard work and dedication they put into this community. I want to also say we're excited about building on that hard work and dedication in our new partnership with the purchase of our new 4 properties that we have in Uptown. We know that this work is largely due to the work that you've put in over the time, and we see nothing but wonderful things we will accomplish together in the future. Congratulations again, and let's get started. Go team.
For those of you arriving, thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown, and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC, Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage, and enjoy.
I'm feeling down, gonna take my time, have another drink of wine. This Zelalem fine. Yes, she's pretty slim, but I got hip to this middle chick. Bill.
thank you for joining us in celebrating Voice of the People's 50 years of dedication in providing and sustaining affordable housing in Uptown. My name is Colleen Heitledge. I live here in Uptown, and I'm a resident services coordinator here at Voice. I'm happy to welcome you to our lobby and blues lounge to kick off the next 50 years. Our formal program starts at 7 p.m. with our MC, Sylvia Ewing. In the meantime, we have blues entertainment for you and some tributes and message videos from friends and allies. So settle in, get comfy, grab some food and your favorite beverage, and enjoy.
Standing on the corner, 43rd and Wells. Yes, I was standing on the corner, 43rd and Wells. When I said to myself, seems like I'm living in hell. You know they even killing babies and the old folk too. Ooh, they even killing babies and the old folk too. If you come to Chicago, they just might kill you. Well, all right. Said he gon' help us out. Ooh, Mary Emanuel said that he gon' help us out. But he don't live down here. You don't know what it's all about. Yes, the south side of Chicago is like a firing range. Yeah, the south side of Chicago is like a firing range. You know, I just don't believe none of this stuff is gonna change. I'll play with it now, y'all. Yeah. You know, I don't I'd like all you to pray for my hometown because that's what it needs, prayer. Not only for the south side of Chicago, the west side, the north side, and the east side. There's some really bad stuff going on. Babies dying every day. Old folk. So, if you can, you know, when you say your prayers, if you say prayers, give them a little prayer. Don't shoot me! Look at you.
Hey, this is Joe Nosek of the Cashbox Kings. This is my good buddy and bandmate Oscar Wilson. Congratulations to the Voice of the People for 50 years of impact. Here's to the next 50.
This set goes out to all the Voice supporters tonight at Sweet Home Uptown, baby. There's a Starbucks on every corner, every restaurant's that is nice. But when the hood goes up, so does the rent, and I can't pay my price. I gotta move out to the suburbs, 'cause the low end got too high. I can't live where I grew up, y'all. I gotta kiss my hood goodbye. High-end houses down where the projects used to be. They even got $1 million condo in Cabrini Green. I gotta move out to the suburbs, 'cause the low end got too high. I can't live where I grew up, y'all. I gotta kiss my crib goodbye. Now they pushing out the poor folks and making lakefront look new. They got restaurants and skateboard parks and yard clubs too. I gotta move out to the suburbs, 'cause the low end got too high. I can't live where I grew up, y'all. I gotta kiss my hood goodbye. Yay! They made me move out to the suburbs, a new place to call my home. The last time I visited the ghetto, it's like a step in the twilight zone. I gotta move out to the suburbs, 'cause the low end got too high. I can't live where I grew up, y'all. I gotta kiss my crib goodbye. Well, in the suburb where I live in, I can't say it's very nice. They still got guns and gangs here. I can't go out at night. I gotta move out to the suburbs, 'cause the low end got too high. Yeah. I can't live where I grew up, y'all. I got to kiss my hood goodbye.
And welcome to Sweet Home Uptown. Happy 50th birthday, Voice of the People. I'm Sylvia Ewing. I'm your host, your MC, your guide throughout this evening. And what an exciting evening we have ahead. How about that opening act, the Cashbox Kings, moving out to the suburbs? Well, there is more to come from them, as well as our 3 honorable awardees, Doug Dobmeyer, Yittayih Zelalem, and Larry Pusateri. This year is just so different from what we're used to. I'm here in a studio, you're in your cozy homes. We had imagined us all together at Sweet Home Uptown, listening to good music, hugging the honorees, eating delicious food. Instead, here we are. I hope you're comfy at home, you have some delicious food, and your favorite drink. Let's make the best of our new reality. But before we get to the rest of our program, let me tell you a bit about Voice of the People. This organization represents the spirit of Chicago, and I am proud to have known and worked with the honorees. When I first worked with them, we were younger and passionate about affordable housing. I was with Access Living, working with the late, great disability activist Marka Bristow. We developed an accessible co-op building on Wilson Avenue together. My career took me down a different path to TV and radio, where Doug was a favorite expert whom I always kept up with and admired. And here we are years later, a little grayer, reconnected by work again through energy efficiency services from my colleagues at Elevate Energy. Over the course of the evening, we will learn more about all the honorees and all that the organization has achieved. But one thing has not changed, and that is Voice's passion and commitment to making affordable homes possible. I'm excited to catch up to celebrate Doug, Yittayih, and Larry with you. But first, a few housekeeping notes. Do you see the chat box? On YouTube, it's on the right of me. And if you're on Facebook, I think it's under me. Make your powerful little fingers fly. Chat, chat, chat. And play a game. Anytime you hear the term affordable housing, the first person to comment in the chat with the word ding will be entered to win a prize. Some beautiful Voice of the People masks handcrafted by Lee Bird. Lee is one of our North Kenmore residents and a longtime Voice tenant. When she's not busy with her affordable apartment home-based sewing business, Lee Bird gives back by mentoring Uptown and Voice youth facing domestic violence and tensions in their families. Everyone got it? Again, anytime you hear the term affordable housing, the first person to comment in the chat with the word ding, D-I-N-G, will be entered to win. I also want to point out another way to win. Support Voice at any time during this program. If you're so moved, get out your phone, text the number on your screen for an easy way to donate. Go ahead, try it if you like. We'll wait. Well, just kidding. But thank you for being here with us. Let's get started. Please join me in welcoming some of the leaders of Voice of the People, starting with Maurice Hemp, Board Chair.
I am honored to welcome each and every one of you to Sweet Home Uptown, a celebration of Voice of the People's impact over the past 50 years and a peek into our future. We are grateful to all of the support you have given us. Among our professional and organizational allies, I'd like to highlight two who deserve special thanks. First, Community Investment Corporation, or CIC, is Voice's lender in the rehab of 3 properties. These buildings are home to 22 deserving families. CIC is all about improving properties for affordable housing and supporting owners to maintain them long term. We believe that this is so important in Uptown's future. Second, we'd like to recognize our friends at POA. POA is short for Preservation of Affordable Housing, which is exactly what we are doing together as partners of 11 buildings with almost 200 apartments. We sometimes call apartments leased homes because that is what they are, homes to our families. Together, POA and Voice are committed to long-term affordability, quality management, and great resident services. And finally, thank you to all our hosts and sponsors. You have made Sweet Home Uptown possible. As for me, I'm a retired employment counselor from Uptown's Ezra Motas Service Center. This is where I learned how a little advice and support to individuals wanting to improve their financial standing and job skills can change their lives forever. I am committed with Voice to bringing needed services to residents of our buildings. And now, let's give a big round of virtual applause to our board, tenant, and staff leaders.
Voice of the People has worked very hard to keep low-income housing in the Uptown area, and we've been doing it for over 50 years.
I had somebody come in to our location the other day and asked us exactly what does that name mean. We've had that name for 50 years. The employees of the organization are from Uptown, and together our voice and what we say make us the voice of the people in Uptown, simple as that.
I was in a shelter some years back when I found out about Voice. Voice to me gave me and my children a sense of hope and a sense of stability to know that we could live in a vibrant neighborhood and still be treated with dignity and respect.
It has stayed true to the vision of maintaining and building a viable, multiracial, just and affordable community in Uptown.
V is for valuable. O is for ongoing. I is for irreplaceable and iconic. C is for community, and E is for equality.
When I was in this situation of being homeless, my children was very small, and it gave me an opportunity to better ourselves and our future. And also, I'll tell as many people as I could with Voice of the People, because in case they're in the same situation, there is help out there if you actually need it.
Thank you, Maurice, Paul, Tamara, Mary, Marilyn, Lori, and Pedro for sharing with us. I can certainly see what makes Voice so special. By the way, how many of you live in Uptown? Let me see in the chat. Or have you lived in Uptown at one point, or do you work there? Or have you never lived in Uptown, but that's where all of your friends are, and you spend a lot of time in the community, and it's really special to you? Whether or not you call Uptown home for work or play, you might want to after seeing this upcoming video. Listen to these voices, the voice of the people. Lights, camera, action.
Hi, I'm Ed Jacob. I worked at Voice of the People from 1981 to 1984.
Hi, I'm Luz Martinez, and thank you to Voice for inviting me and letting me be part of Sweet Home Uptown.
Hello, my name is Tom Clark. I came to Voice of the People in 1974 as an intern trying to finish my college career at Loyola.
I'm Barbara Beck. I presently work as a national underwriter for Local Initiative Support Corporation, or LISC.
I came to Voice in 1981 as a member of the Jesuit Volunteer Corps for what I thought would be 1 year in Chicago before going on to grad school. And now, 40 years later, I'm still here.
There was a camaraderie, there was so many races and cultures in Uptown, and everybody just got along so very well. Going with grandma and going with them and just going to visit all the different people, going to get people together. And he remembers being in the demonstration, being in Indian Village and everybody camped out and
That's great.
He used to share those stories with me. He was proud of that, because he felt like he helped, I helped so that we don't get kicked out so that we can have low-income housing.
We did a women's empowerment kind of mini conference. There was that bonding, and women themselves were in this very strong leadership.
I grew up pretty much in Voice of the People's buildings. Well, I think from my family's perspective, because my grandmother was so vital in the early days, I think we kind of felt like we are Voice of the People,
And I remember my mom used to tell me too, she used to say that like the Black Panthers would used to come to the house and they used to...
That would be me. Lee and Mark Kapler. Go ahead.
Yeah, she said they would like literature, you know, and they would bring like food and just different things, you know, sharing. And she was like, yeah, they just come over, you know, we chit chat, you know.
When I first arrived at 4927 in Kenmore, you know, we all worked in the basement office at that time. That building included a couple African Americans, American Indian, folks from West Virginia, and Hispanic. So the whole range. And of course, half the families would come down, you know, many times a day asking about things, or the kids would come down after school and do their homework with us. And so actually it was, in many ways, it was pretty fun to be in that location because you really did get to know a number of the tenant families.
I was newly married, newly moved to Uptown, and I was intrigued by the idea of trying to improve and build affordable housing for families. I was impressed by the history that had been laid out by Irene Hutchinson and, of course, the passion of Ann Harper as we moved from a tenant organizing group to one that began doing management of apartment buildings and eventually development.
The time I was at Voice in the early 80s, Voice had begun doing housing development. But I don't think Voice ever forgot its roots in organizing, in community empowerment, and an understanding that it wasn't really housing development that was the heart of the work. It was empowering the community.
It was just family. It was just our extended family getting together, putting in the work, doing what needed to be done.
The tenants were very much involved in the protecting of different low-income housing units, even if they were not Voice.
Since Voice basically requires participation of all the tenants, and more than half the board is made up of tenants, that people are often meeting, often taking leadership in making decisions and voicing their opinions on things, but that people get to know each other, but also have to, in that process, respect each other.
It also exposed all of us children and adults to different cultures, because we were a melting pot.
As a former executive director of Voice, it warms my heart that the mission of Voice continues.
A new chapter begins as Voice of the People continues to manage and develop almost 200 units of housing. With a changing population, more tenant services are going to be required, and we're looking for you to help us start the next 50 years. Sweet Home Uptown is an opportunity for choice, for families to have decent homes, even in an improving neighborhood like Uptown. Because after all, housing is a right, not a privilege.
I wish you much success, not only with this fundraiser, but with all your plans for Voice. Mabuhay.
It's home.
Yeah.
Uptown's home.
I would describe home as peace.
Home is somewhere I feel I can lay my head comfortably.
To describe in one word, excellent.
Home is happiness. It's my piece of the world. It's my little small 4x4. Yeah, it's my slice of heaven, actually. My bedroom.
My favorite room in the house is my front room.
My back porch is gorgeous.
Well, I could say the kitchen.
That's a toss-up between my living room and my bedroom.
I'm a seamstress and a crafter. So I sit in my room and I want to be able to craft. I want to be able to sew.
It's huge enough for my boys to ride their helix around the house from the front to the back.
I like to cook chicken, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. I could say a little bit of cornbread. Sometimes I like to bake cookies.
And every morning, if you pass by at 7 o'clock, I'm drinking my favorite Bosnian coffee. It is very strong.
Yes, or homemade jello, which is...
it would be very, very challenging.
Guys were like shooting on the side of the apartment I was staying in, so my kids was running out of their room into my room scared. So I was very happy to move up here into this neighborhood with my kids.
Affordable housing, it makes my life much, much easier.
It had my heart healed when I first heard it, that you guys help to help people financial issues.
I probably would be in a shelter. I might end up being forced to live in a shelter.
You do an amazing, perfectly professional job, and I really love it.
Many more opportunities for the young people coming up, because they truly are the future. And I would like them to have a running start in life. And it all starts with having a decent place to lay your head.
Amazing! What does home mean to you? Share your best wishes for Voice and Uptown. Put it in the chat. Our neighbors and friends put it so beautifully. Are you moved yet? Want to join Voice on this journey to best support people and access affordable housing and service? Text the number on your screen. Next, I have the honor of introducing Voice of the People Executive Director Mike Rohrbeck. What a passion he has for Uptown, for affordable housing, and for a positive future for Uptown and our residents. Mike's intimate knowledge of where Voice has been and where it is now is guiding him with a clear vision for a sustainable, community-led future in Uptown. Mike came to Voice after wearing many hats: Executive Director at Pride in the Austin community and President of the Chicago Rehab Network, at-home dad of 3 kids, Block Club President, co-founder of a cooperative preschool, a university fellow assisting nonprofit organizations, a manager in a private sector consulting and law firm. He joined Voice 2 years ago and has accomplished so much in that time, including smoothly navigating the COVID-19 crisis, which disproportionately affects Voice tenants. Please welcome Mike Rohrbeck.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being a part of our Sweet Home Uptown, a celebration and fundraiser. I have been humbled in my role as Voice of the People Executive Director by the great work of staff and leaders that came before. People who protested the destruction of housing by disinvestment and redlining, by demolition and flames. People who fought for the chance to acquire, renovate, or build affordable housing, either directly or by the good work of others. People who survived as one of the few family-focused, community-based, and resident-controlled housing organizations in the city. When we started 50 years ago, our mission was about fighting displacement and creating affordable housing in Uptown. We did this by engaging tenants and community in organizing, development, and property management. These efforts resulted in the creation and preservation of hundreds of units of affordable housing. But Uptown is no longer a disinvested community, but a reinvesting and vibrant one. In it, sustaining affordable housing opportunities takes on new importance. In it, preserving the racial and economic diversity we love in Uptown is no longer a given. It requires new methods and a boldness to forge coalitions of unlikely allies. Gentrification, with the gut punch of coronavirus and the consequences of uprooting people from their homes, is as serious as a slow-motion heart attack. We cannot submit ourselves to the bankrupt notion that says after working diligently for decades to reverse disinvestment and poor conditions, that residents of a modest income will simply have to move to another place, that we should shift our resources elsewhere while thousands of people remain at risk of displacement from their homes and apartments. Despite the challenges we face, The solutions are pretty well known. Very low-income people on a fixed or part-time income need rent subsidies. Those rent subsidies should be tenant and landlord friendly so that more owners can be a part of addressing our housing crisis. This is what we advocate, collaborate, and network for. People of low income can pay for the expenses of maintaining their housing, except for the ever-increasing mortgage and property tax costs. This is what we advocate, collaborate, and network for. Almost all people of modest income, including those in affordable housing, are only a few checks or family emergency away from housing loss. They need support services for housing stability. This is what we advocate, collaborate, and network for. So here's how Voice is evolving going forward. We go beyond organizing tenants to solve problems in their buildings and community to expanding support services to families. We collaborate and coordinate more between property management and resident services to achieve a quality of life, and we partner to improve our buildings or do new developments. But we also push for other ways to create affordable housing opportunities in a high-cost community. And finally, we network and expand our services to other local owners so they can sustain their affordable housing as well, or include new affordable leased homes in their buildings. Of course, there is no assurance of our continued success. Voice of the People is striving to be a potent force for our residents and the greater Uptown community. But we need your help. Your donation of a meaningful gift, your volunteer time and testimonials will make a statement to funders and investors about the importance of our cause and the breadth of our support. With supporters like you, we can continue to be that loud voice for affordable housing residents and owners, and a voice for the greater Uptown community.
Thank you.
As Mike said, supporters like you make Voice's voice loud. If you aren't a supporter yet, why not text to donate now? Next up, this next part would traditionally be called the awards segment. We at Voice of the People are thinking of it as our gratitude segment. For each of our 3 honorees, we are grateful for their role in shaping the history and future of Voice of the People. We stand on their shoulders, and we have something very special planned. Before tonight, loved ones, friends, and colleagues of these 3 submitted a few special video cards in their honor, which they're about to see for the very first time. Let's get started. Please join me in welcoming Larry Pusateri. Larry is the former executive director of an organization spawned by the Chicago Rehab Network, the Statewide Housing Action Coalition, formerly referred to as SHAC, and later named Housing Action Illinois. Illinois tenant organizations, housing development groups, and advocates came together for the first time to share expertise and to advocate for funding and support needed from the state and localities to make affordable housing possible. The establishment of the Statewide Housing Trust Fund was a huge victory during his tenure. In Uptown in the late 80s, Voice was doing receivership management of at-risk properties, including the Moreland Hotel. Voice leadership, including Tom Lenz as executive director and Doug Dobmeyer as president, wanted to form a nonprofit that would focus on SRO housing on Chicago's North Side, and Lakefront SRO Corporation was formed. Larry Pusateri was an early hire to Lakefront SRO's housing finance staff. He served with distinction and later became the first executive director of housing services at what is now Heartland Housing. Since 2008, Larry has also been an owner, partner, or principal in private development corporations, including the Nightingale Group. In Uptown alone, Larry spearheaded the financing of 5 developments with almost 600 units of affordable housing at apartment projects with names familiar to you: the Malden, Miriam, San Miguel Apartments, and in the 4848 Winthrop Tower and Ruth Sherman House. Through it all, Larry has been a trusted voice in support of affordable housing, whether it is for seniors, families, or persons with special needs. We are happy to recognize Larry tonight.
Thank you to Voice for this wonderful recognition. It's super generous, and it's just a real pleasure even to be remembered in this way. And the work that I was able to do in Uptown was its own reward. It was just a great time at the beginning of my career. I really appreciated it, but most of all, I appreciated working with all the wonderful people that I met in the industry and are still active and doing wonderful things. And this whole process has been its own reward as well. Also been thankful to be part of the preservation of Uptown process and to be able to do my little part. And we did some really interesting things and some really fun projects that, sometimes contentious, but all turned out in the end. And just to be a small part of what Voice was able to accomplish in the community. And none of that really would have happened except for Voice. Voice leadership created Lakefront SRO, and LISC, which is also part of Voice. And they helped create me, the animal that I am, by training me in how to do affordable housing development, and that enabled me to do things in both in Uptown and subsequent to Uptown. But I never would have been able to move forward except for the Uptown experience, and it was great. And keep on the good work. I'm really excited to see Voice's revitalization. Thanks.
Thank you, Larry. Before we let you go, we have a surprise for you.
I've known Larry for almost 40 years. I've been deeply impressed with his deep commitment to social justice. This is a passion for him. He brings this competitiveness and energy to the work that he does. That is affordable and low-income housing for people who most need it.
I always very much appreciated his creativity, trustworthiness, and directness.
You were searching for a career, but in housing you found a calling. You were the master at finding that solution that would resurrect a project given up for dead. You were compassionate. You were fearless. All of these attributes I admire, but most of all, selfishly, I appreciate that you have been an example for our two sons. An example of a man leading a purpose-driven life.
My respect for what he has accomplished is tremendous, and I congratulate him for continuing his efforts through the years, even to this day, when for Gimme Shelter he spends a night on the streets in Peoria in March raising funds for the homeless. It's a tremendous dedication. It's a marvelous accomplishment, what he's done through the years.
In Uptown alone, Larry has helped to create quality affordable housing for 600 households. That is the work of a whole career for most of us. And he's literally created thousands of affordable leased homes for people all over the Midwest. Thank you for your commitment to social justice and affordable housing, and best wishes to you.
And it's an honor well deserved. Congrats, Larry, and thank you, Voice of the People.
So Larry, congratulations on your hard work and an award richly deserved.
Thank you, Larry, and congratulations.
Well, that was amazing. To have people who I've been, who I in turn admire and have been so close with, to think of me in those ways and say those kind things is just super generous and much appreciated, and overly generous, I should say. And it's just really wonderful for an organization that's had just such great talent running through it, Voice of the People, and meant so much to stabilizing the Uptown community. For anybody in that organization to remember me is just like a huge honor, and just super appreciative, and appreciate that the people who said such nice things for me.
Give it up for Larry. I want to see you in the chat. Next up is Yittayih Zelalem. Lawyer, developer, educator, and planner are just some of his monikers. With education credentials from Ethiopia, Yale, and University of Illinois, Chicago, Yittayih is fully qualified to engage in social justice initiatives, agricultural and human rights reforms, pioneering research, urban planning, and community development. From 1988 to 1995, Yittayih served as housing director at Voice of the People, continuing the organization's work in rehabbing and maintaining affordable rental properties. But just as importantly, he was concierge to community in forging new opportunities for homeowners and stopping the loss of affordable high-rise housing. Yittayih coordinated volunteer efforts of Voice, Organization of the Northeast, now known as ONE North Side, and several African and Asian ethnic service associations to make housing ownership accessible to working-class families. 75% of the owners who bought into this townhome development in 1992, located on North Kenmore and Winona Avenues in Uptown, now live there to this day, active in their homeowner association and making improvements together. Following nationally significant research by the Chicago Rehab Network, initially affordable properties were identified as at risk, which meant potential loss of thousands of affordable units along Chicago's lakefront. Yittayih was the point person for the interim acquisition and management by Voice of the People. The arduous project to save the 500 units of affordable housing at Lakeview Towers and convert it to resident-controlled ownership stands today as a testimony to Yittayih Zelalem. Yittayih continues his work by training people in affordable housing finance. Since 1996, he has been engaged in the University of Illinois Chicago Voorhees Center for Neighborhood and Community Improvement, serving now as co-director. Tonight, we thank Yittayih, who embodies commitment to community.
It's a great honor to be recognized by Voice of the People in Uptown. I thank Mike and his team for taking this initiative to look back in order to be able to chart a better future. My work at Voorhees was both fulfilling and successful. Fulfilling because it was addressing social needs, social justice needs, and it was successful because we were lucky enough to provide a significant number of affordable housing units. Our work at Voice was successful because of the foundation that was laid by leaders before us. Tom Lenz, Judy Maima. Judy Maima was the person I was hired to replace. She really had a great conviction for social justice and also incredible affordable housing development skills. She was kind enough to stay with me for a little while to mentor me. And that was how I was inducted into community work and got my schooling in affordable housing development. My success at Voice really was a function of people like Judy, who has helped me to chart my ways. I think to succeed in this kind of work, somebody really has to be grounded in social justice, because that provides the confidence, the legitimacy, and it is really an empowering tool to be able to do this kind of difficult work. But it has to be coupled with skills, because without skills, just conviction is not going to be able to accomplish much. So for future activists, developers, they need to combine these two: social justice mission grounding and affordable housing development skills. The two will really help to accomplish great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Yittayih. We have a surprise for you. Check this out.
He is a man of high integrity. He did a very incredible work with his team in developing a sustainable, quality, affordable care for low-income families.
His character, his integrity, the way he cares and respects people in general. He was a leader in our community, especially in Ethiopian Community Association of Chicago, where he was president or a chairperson for many, many years.
Yittayih is very particular and dependable person in both his professional and personal life. His advocacy work for affordable housing is not only a vocation but a personal attribute deep-rooted in his life.
And what was so cool is that Yittayih was able to not only do great things in Uptown, saving affordable housing, constructing homes for working class minority people in the International Homes Project, but also that after a great run as an employee at Voice of the People, he was able to take what he knew and what he had learned and continued to share through training and through education about affordable housing finance. Just amazing.
Yittayih had been an instrumental for us to own the homes in Uptown, and we appreciate, on behalf of the International Community Homes, we thank you for your service, Yittayih, what you do for humanity.
Who's been a staple to the Chicago Rehab Network as a previous board member, as a director of policy on staff, as a preeminent instructor in our empowerment series. He's been there asking the right questions, making sure we're focused on who's benefiting, and is this really creating the type of affordable housing that's needed. He's a critical thinker and a dear friend. Congratulations, Yittayih.
You are one of the leading voices in the community regarding homelessness and other aspects of socio-economic and legal issues. You deserve the honor bestowed upon you. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, my good friend Yittayih. It's a well-deserved award.
Keep up the good work, and thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Yittayih.
Wow. This was really incredible. You know, these folks are really my extended family. So I am really very, very proud to be recognized and to be commended by these folks who I consider very, very, very highly. And I'm really delighted to see all these people involved in my recognition. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Yittayih. Please chat your applause, everyone. Finally, we're honoring Doug Dobmeyer. For more than 15 years in the 70s and 80s, Doug served in leadership roles at the Voice of the People in Uptown. When Voice took a chance on being receiver manager of a problem-plagued SRO hotel, the Moreland, Doug spearheaded an effort to form a new organization that could take on the challenges of SRO housing on Chicago's North Side. That organization was the Lakefront SRO Corporation, who under Doug's initial leadership came to national prominence as a pioneer in supportive housing, where social workers and property management staff work together to assure housing stability and enhance residents' quality of life. This approach became a national standard. Not one to rest on his laurels, Doug was front and center in a campaign to get downtown's presidential towers to enable affordable housing, as it was required to do. The 1986 victory resulted in the formation of the Chicago Low-Income Housing Trust Fund, where Doug served on the board for 26 years. Doug has been a constant resource with media consulting and with his broadly circulated newsletters on matters of human rights and legislation. Doug played prominent roles in many organizations as leader or executive staff, including the Public Welfare Coalition, the Rest Shelters in Uptown, Chicago Coalition for the Homeless, Illinois Common Cause, and more. Doug, we would like to think that your work with Voice kick-started your amazing career of social impact and community improvement. Thank you for a lifetime that deserves all the gratitude, praise, and recognition we can provide.
Thank you for that introduction, Sylvia. Beginning in the late 1970s, I became very interested in low-income housing issues. I had grown up in a town of 800 people in northeastern Indiana. There was at least one person in that town who was homeless. Others lived in shacks. One kid I went to school with lived in a very rundown house because they had bales of straw around the base of the house to reduce the cold inside. I asked about them locally and heard back, well, these people drank or they were uneducated. Nevertheless, the reasons their housing was poor and they had their families suffered from it. I moved to Chicago 1971. I spent 2 years in Vista working for legal aid and in northern Cook County. That showed me the complexity of the housing dilemma from the legal standpoint. After that, I moved to Uptown, began a 15-year time working on the issues of housing in this battleground of the city for low-income people. While intriguing, it was tough. First working at Uptown Center Hall House, then Tom Clark asked me to be on the board of Voice of the People. That started a 10-year love affair with wonderful people living in the buildings, staff, funders, and so many other supporters. It was an experience that makes this country great. Maybe some drank too much or had poor education, but all deserved or had a right to have decent housing in their life. For that opportunity and this award, I want to thank the Voice of the People for the opportunity to bring voice further along in the fight for equity and housing for those in need. I am better for it. Voice is better for it. And I'll continue the good work into the future.
Doug, thanks again for your work. We have a special surprise for you before you go.
Doug was incredibly persistent and visionary when it came to advocating for the homeless. And really his initiative resulted in what is now Mercy Housing Lakefront. So congrats, Doug, for your recognition.
I was at Voice when Doug became a board member and subsequently the board chair, and he brought such energy and commitment to the Voice mission, and he would just dig in, drill down, and help us out.
I knew Doug Dobmeyer as an activist who was always in the room. He was committed to what he believed in.
As your brother, I've had a ringside seat to observe you from the time our parents brought you home from the hospital and over the past 7 decades. I remember your years at Indiana University when you became active in campus protests. When you moved to Chicago in 1971, I was amazed at the long days and nights you put in at the rest shelter. Your enthusiasm and dedication as you and others were getting Lakefront SRO off the ground. Your continuing action and hard work through Voice of the People has made a difference in affordable housing in Uptown and Chicago.
Doug's real motivation, I think, is his need to see all treated fairly and with respect. It's a matter of social justice. He wanted something permanent, though, for his shelter guests. So with support of the Voice, he and others in Uptown started Lakefront SRO, permanent supportive housing for the homeless. Since 1989, Lakefront has housed thousands of homeless individuals.
My dad has dedicated his life to anti-poverty work. All of it, I think, has been in an effort to eradicate poverty and also to improve people's lives. I remember going to protests when I was probably about 5. I just want to say thank you. Your work has made a huge difference. Congratulations, Dad, and thank you for all of your hard work.
I'm really proud to be married to somebody who spent his life improving the lives of thousands of marginalized Chicagoans.
I'm proud of you, brother. Keep up the good work.
That's really nice. That's nice. That's very cool. Thank you all.
What an incredible three we just honored. Give it up for Larry, Yittayih, and Doug. Round of applause, everyone. Hello, this just in. Incoming blues music. We have a message from Sharifa Muhammad and The Good Thing featuring Johnny Viau on the sax. Big fans of the work of Voice of the People. They're here to say happy birthday to Voice, of course.
We just want to say congratulations, 50 years anniversary to the Voice of the People. This is for you, and we appreciate what you guys do, so keep it up. Here we go. To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Voice of the People. Happy birthday to you. The voice of the people, that's what matters. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Voice of the People. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years brings. Voice of the People is such a key player in improving the lives of Uptown residents. Voice is bringing the change we need to see. Thanks to each of you for joining us tonight. We have more from the Cashbox Kings coming up in a few moments. We also have Zoom rooms ready for all of you who want to connect with honorees, tenants, and community. See the description for more details. Now, who won the Ding game? We'll contact the winner tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Happy birthday, Voice, and cheers for the next 50 years.
You're on that second floor, what you don't know. You're reaching too high, boy. You're bound to hit the floor, baby. I'm that man downstairs, and I'm telling you, boy, don't you walk down them stairs. Look at it. Now I ain't no bookmaker. I never have been to school. You're messing with O.W. and you ain't messing with no fool, baby. I'm that man downstairs, and I'm telling you, boy, don't you walk down them stairs. All right, play it, fellas. Come on, Melvin, come on. Play the blues, man, play the blues. Yeah. You better get your business straight. The man up there, baby, you headed for the pearly gates, baby. I'm walk down them stairs. Now wait a minute now. Who's up there, baby? You told him I would understand, but I'm waiting down here with a big knife in my hand. Baby, I'm that man downstairs, and I'm telling you, boy, don't you ease down those stairs. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all right, ain't it? I'm out of jail. Y'all know I stay in Facebook jail a lot too. That's my pastime. I don't have nothing else to do. All the kids are grown. I don't know. No, I'm just telling the truth, man. I'm about to go bat crazy. I'm so glad to be out the house. Playing with my grandchildren and carrying on. Yeah, let's do it. Well, I wanna tell the story about a hard luck guy. Nobody seemed to love me. I guess that's the reason why I just dream all night long and through the day. Oh, and it's so sad. Oh, to treat my heart this way. Well, I just can't get no play with the doggone thing I planned. Every girl I try my luck on belongs to some other man. Why does bad luck follow me? Oh, dreams seem that's all that's left of me. Come on, Melvin, play the blues for him. Male boy, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Have mercy. Come on, play the blues. Yeah. Woo! Play it pretty, Melvin. Play it pretty. Give it up a male forward, y'all. why? Where is the one I'm dreaming of? Oh, gone with last night's dream of love. Well, last night I was laying sleeping. I dreamed about a queen, and it hurt me so bad, people, to wake up and find out it was just a dream is all I can do. Oh, and I'm so tired of dreaming dreams. A dream that won't come true. Oh, thank you. Cats Box Kings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Yeah. Here's a song that I wrote there. I used to play around, but now I'm through. My baby got a man, what can I do? It ain't no fun. No, it ain't no fun. Said it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Stay out all night till the break of day. Come home this morning and what she say? You brought on baby, disease is too. Now it's your time to pay this. I'm telling you, it ain't no fun. Come on, y'all. No, it ain't no fun. Say it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. All right, play it, fellas. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, Johnny. Johnny's cool. You see them sunglasses, y'all? I thought I was cool, but this cat. Take your time, son. Take your time. Lord have mercy. Get out. Yeah. Got your backpack waiting at the door. You can go back to the woman you had before. Don't you come crawling back across the floor. I got another man, he's wearing your clothes. It ain't no fun. Said it ain't no fun. Say it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Come on, Joseph. Play it. Hey. Hey, the mosquitoes still like me. Now, can y'all help us take this on out to this break? I know you can sing in Madison and dance. You know what? Honestly, in Chicago, I don't know what happened to it, but they don't sing and dance. They just sit there and they look at their telephones. But they dance and sing in Madison. So I want y'all to help me take this song on out. This side of the parking lot of what? I'm gonna see who got the best voices. Who can sing it the loudest. Y'all ready?
He's gonna point at you, gonna say, it ain't no fun.
How you know that's what I was gonna say?
Maybe I'm wrong.
He right. But anyway, y'all ready? Let me say yeah. Say yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see, can they be quiet with it first? No, it ain't no fun.
Ain't no fun. Ain't no fun.
Wait a minute, hold it. Okay, so let's just blurt it on out. Well, let's see that didn't work. Say it ain't no fun. Say it ain't no fun. No, it ain't no fun. Said it ain't no fun. Say it ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun. Let's try this out. It ain't no fun. Y'all lost. I don't need to go on no further. Everybody, let's just go on out with it. Y'all ready? Hey. Got your backpack waiting at the door. You can go back to the woman you had before. Don't you come crawling back across the floor. I got another man who's wearing your clothes. It ain't no fun. Say it ain't no fun. Say it ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun. Yeah! Woo! All right! Yeah! Woo!
Excellent from Jack Mustang, Joe Porter on the guitar. Kenny B.I. Smith on the drums. Johnny Law, John Law on the upright bass. I'm Joe Noses, my buddy Austin Wilson. Welcome up to the stage one more time, all the way from the south side of Chicago, Illinois. Mr. 43rd Street, Viau, Oscar Wilson.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all having a good time? That means say yeah. Say yeah. All right. When the sun rose this morning, I didn't have my baby by my side. When the sun rose this morning, I didn't have my baby by my side. Well, I didn't know where she was. She was out with some other guy. Don't the moon look lonesome, shining down through the trees? Yes, don't the moon look lonesome, shining down through the trees? Don't your arm look lonesome when your baby's packing up to leave you? Yeah, blow wind, blow my baby back to me. Well, blow wind, blow my baby back to me. If I don't hurry up and find her, my heart's gonna be in misery. Well, all right, fellas, y'all make some racket. Oh! look lonesome shining down through the trees? Yes, don't the moon look lonesome shining down through the trees? Don't your arms look lonesome when your baby's packing up to leave you? Yeah, blow wind, blow my baby back to me. Yeah, blow wind, blow my baby back to me. If I don't hurry up and find her, my heart's gonna be in misery. All right, Melvin, play the blues, man. Well, goodbye, baby. Honey, that's all I've got to say. Yeah, goodbye, baby. Honey, that's all I gotta say. 'Cause you're no good trifling woman. Always got to have